Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nityoham Niravadyoham Nirakaroham Achyuta Paramananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyayah Shuddha Chaitanya Rupoham Atma Ramohame Vacha Akhandananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyayah Pratyak Chaitanya Rupoham Shantoham Prakritev Parah Shashvatananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyayah. Nityoham Niravadyoham Nirakaroham Achyuta. And the earlier text has Nirakaroham Uchyate. Uchyata. I am Nirakara. It is said I am Nirakara. அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு translation. But it is okay to, it is better to keep it aligned with how the phrasing is going. So it is Nirakaroham Achyuta. Achyuta is indestructible. Chuti na bhavati. That which cannot be destroyed. So as we said, there are two things that happen here. One is negation. Nirakaroham, nira avadyoham, achyuta, avyayah. So when you say this nira or put a in the front, it's usually the negation. So you're negating something. You're negating that I am not destructible. My form is not changing. Nirakara, which I don't have a form. Niravadya, which means Niravadyangi, Ambal is called. Niravadyangi means flawless limbs. Niravadya Angi. Angam alla irukku illaya. All the body parts, all the limbs are Niravadya. Means it does not have any flaw. Flawless. Niravadyoham. Nirakaroham. So these are all negations. And there is affirmation also here. Nityoham. Ananda Rupoham. Paramananda Rupoham. There's affirmations. See, when we play this, we listen to the chant at the start, right? It is good to do this once in a while. Once in a while, such chants, which are repetitive in nature, pretty much it is saying the same thing again and again. All the 20 odd verses you will see, 21 verses it has, it kind of keeps going around the same idea again and again, because it is reinforcing the same idea. You are that, you are that, you are that. Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. The same Mahavakya Tattvams are repeatedly reinforced. As reinforcing is required because your mind, you're creating a track in the mind. Remember this. We spoke about Swabhava, Swarupa and Swabhava during the Yatra. Those who remember from the satsangs, we spoke about Swabhava. Swarupa Lakshana is the form in which you are, you truly are. But we don't get access to that so much. That is my Swarupa. This is my form. Which means it is not the form that the eyes see. Sat Chit Ananda is my Swarupa. Always I am existence, I am consciousness, awareness, I am bliss. This is my form. Not form in terms of the outline or what the eyes can see. The form in terms of the nature of it. My Swarupa is of this nature. But that is true of everybody. All our Swarupas are exactly the same. Like you get water, you don't go take water from Antarctica, take water from Indian Ocean, take water from Pacific Ocean. It will be water only. The essential nature of it is water. It will behave exactly the same way. If you heat that water, it will evaporate. You freeze that water, it will become ice. If it's sea water, you desalinate, you'll get salt out of it. You let the water keep at a higher potential and let it flow, it will flow. The nature of liquid, it will flow. So it doesn't matter from where you are picking up water, it will behave the same way. The dharma of water or the swarupa of water is that, is essence of water. Jalatattva is the swarupa. Swabhava is the nature in which it moves. Its swabhava is dharma. The way it interacts, the way it moves, that is the swabhava. What bhava it brings out naturally is the swabhava. Now, is your swabhava associated with your swarupa, or is it associated with all your body mind complex? Is the question. Your swabhava, natural way, naturally, swabhava, my swabhava is associated or coming from that source of my swarupa, or is it coming from the body, mind, sense, memory, mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, from all of this? Is it coming from all of that? The swabhava is generated from that, or it is coming from the swarupa? This is the question. This is what we are dealing with. And by repeating some of these verses, you are making your swabhava aligned to the swarupa. Which means my manifestation, whatever I'm manifesting, my transactions, the way you're operating with the world, from the time I'm opening up my eyes and I'm engaging with the world till the time I go back to sleep, my swabhava is continuously emanated. அவனை என்ன சொல்லியும் லாபம் இல்லை, திருந்தவே மாட்டான். அவன் சுபாவமே அப்படிதான் சொல்லுவோம் தெரியுமா? We say this, whatever I say, whatever you do, how many ever people come and say, he will not change. That is how the way he will work. That is the way he will do. சில பேர் சொல்லுவோம் उसके खून में ही ऐसा है அப்படிம்பா. Which means blood cells are like that. You can't change that person. So this becomes, now when you're so, your swabhava is so densely identified with your body, your mind, your memory, your thoughts, your ego, all of that, then you become this individual personality. The whole attempt here is move away from personality to the person that is there inside. So this needs an alignment. This needs a track. Those who remember, we went up Nachiketas Tal. We walked on the path that others have walked on. But remember, imagine people who walked many years ago, who would have tried to traverse that path. There wouldn't have been a path there. In fact, if you remember, there were ladies who were sitting and cleaning the path for us. There's some kind of a little bit of a landslide, rocks and stones had fallen on the path, and they were cleaning that path for people to walk about, to go. This path has been created over time by people walking that, in that path has been created. In the same way, we can create those tracks or paths in our consciousness, in our conscious experience, in our minds. We can create that. This is what these verses do. We can keep debating, oh, am I really Brahman? Am I Swarupa? Am Ananda Swarupa? Am I Paramananda? Am I beyond Maya? Idalla we can keep arguing or discussing. The important thing is, as I have always said, there is a difference between what is fact and what is reality. Fact requires scientific evidences. Reality you create. You create your own realities. So these are ways in which we want to create what is, once you have understood, once you have acknowledged in some form or the other that I can experience this oneness within me, I can experience this silence within me, I can experience this joy within me. Once I establish in some form or the other, it's enough. We've done puja, this thing, that thing, all of that we have done, and we've come to a point that when I sit and close my eyes and sit, there is a silence, there is a beauty, there is a joy, there is an ananda. அப்புறம் அசுரன்லாம் கிளம்பி வருவார். But there are glimpses of this joy. That 5 minutes, it was so peaceful. We all experience, no? You sit at the Ganga, you sit there, just watch at the Ganga. These are meditation techniques that are usually taught, right? I've told. And we did this also. You just sit there and watch at the Ganga. Don't do anything. The movement, the sound, all of that will put your mind to a meditative state. And then when you come out of it, you will say, oh, I didn't know how I went into that silence. You always slip into the silence. You slip, like how we slip into sleep. We don't know the transition. We'll slip into it. If the right environment is created outside and inside, that silence is perceived. It is not that the silence suddenly appears from somewhere. It is not that Uttar Kashila Ganga Knera only when you sit, suddenly silence is coming. No. Silence is there. All the other faculties, external and internal faculties, have come to Shantoham. It has come to that Shanta. There is a very beautiful line in Mandukya Upanishad. Prapancha upashamam shantam. Prapancho shamam shantam. Prapancha upashamam shantam. Shuddham nityam advaitam அப்படின்னு சொல்லி it will come. Prapanchopashamam shantam advaitam shivam advaitam. This prapancha upashamam, when the silence of the prapancha, the world, outer world and the inner world happens, when that activity comes to rest, this silence suddenly appears. It is there. It becomes perceptible. So this we create that track, continuously repeating. So when we listen to these verses, we have to sit, and it is just a simple, in fact, if you don't have to read this also, you just play that audio and listen to this 7-8 minutes, close your eyes and just listen to it, and keep your attention on the words that are being said and try to absorb that word. And you absorb that word and say, Shuddhoham, yes, I am pure, I am clean. Niravadyoham, I have no flaw. Nityoham, I am always present, always eternal. So these are affirmations that you make. And when you finish this, you'll feel refreshed when you open up your eyes. You'll feel really, there'll be a sense of freedom. And you're creating these tracks. I'm Ananda Swarupa. If you repeatedly tell yourself, I'm Ananda Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Dukkham engendu varum? Dukkha will not rise. Problems will come. Dukkha will not rise. Because you're establishing continuously, I'm Ananda Swarupa, I'm Ananda Swarupa, I'm Ananda Swarupa, I'm Ananda Swarupa. Problems will come. Dukkha will not rise. And then people will say, how is this possible? This person is, I am seeing that so many problems are happening. Person doesn't seem to feel the impact of it. Because we have created that track. We are creating the track of Dukkha Swarupoham. I am Dukkha Swarupa. அப்பப்போ நடுவுல சந்தோஷம் வருது. the joy comes in between. This is what our experiences. We are trying to change it. We are trying to turn it over its head. We are trying to say, by continuously establishing this as our reality. Because there are enough people who have said that you establish this as your reality, you will have a wonderful and a beautiful life. There will be no suffering, which is all what we want. We all want to escape suffering. This we are clear. Enough people have said that establish this as a reality in your, create those tracks in your head. And then you will see life is joyful. As I said, all the Mahans that we have seen, heard, read about, none of their lives have been flying in Airbus 380 in first class and landing in beautiful airports and going into five-star hotels and staying there. None of their lives have been like that. Their lives have been physical struggle, mental struggle, social struggle, economic struggle, financial struggles. But yet they're talking only about beautiful things. How is that? Family people or grahasthas will say, oh, what is there for them? They've left everything in grahastha and jaliya chutin ruka. But it is not easy. We've seen that, which is why examples like Durga Madhavji is important. Who comes and says it is not jali. He has no commitment. But it is not joyful that way unless you make it joyful. Even that is a struggle. The next meal, where am I going to get? What am I going to get? Ayyo, bore adikirde. Every day I'm looking at the same mountain, the same water. The mind will ask for change. The mind asks for entertainment continuously. How long will you keep sitting and saying, looking at yourself and saying, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi? How long? It is not easy. But they have realized, such masters have realized that when you go through this process and you establish this as a reality in you, you create those tracks, suffering will not be, you will not experience suffering. You will feel free. So he says, Nityoham, Niravadyoham, Nirakaroham, Achyuta, Paramananda Rupoham, Ahamevaham Avyayah, Nityoham, Nityaham, I am always there, I am eternal. Niravadya, I am flawless, no defect. Nirakaroham, I am Nirakaroham Achyuta, I am without a particular form. I don't have a particular form. I am Achyuta. I am imperishable. Parama Ananda Rupoham. See, when Adi Shankara would have written this, it is not that he was sitting comfortably lying down after a nice massage and spa and hot water bath. நாலு பேர் கால் அமுக்கி விட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் அப்படியே படுத்துன்னு பார்க்கறச்சே ஓ லெட் மீ ரைட் பரமானந்த ரூபோகம் இல்ல. Definitely not. He must have definitely gone through a lot of physical strains, but yet through that you feel, actually it is very interesting when there is suffering or problems. Through that, when you try to establish the reality, just see this, try it for yourselves. Problems, this problem, that problem, so many problems. Through that you sit and try to listen to this and establish saying that I am free, nothing holding me, asangaha, I am unattached, I am this complete joy and bliss. My guru has told me this. Many Mahans and masters have told this. Repeatedly they have told this. So I am this, I am this, I am this only. I am not affected by any of these problems. None of these sufferings impact me. Keep repeatedly saying, you will see suddenly some joy will come, even though all these problems will be there. And in fact, the joy which you receive or you taste when there are problems around you, அது வேற level அது. It is like eating sweet after eating a lot of karam. காரமெல்லாம் சாப்பிட்ட அப்புறம் after that you eat a little bit of a sweet, the joy that you get, that kind of joy will be there. That untold, you'll not be able to explain it to anybody. You'll see anybody, it's come and or asks you, you'll say, "Poda, உனக்கு புரியாது." You won't get it. That's, your mind will say that, I can't explain this. That is something that it is in our, it is in our hands. Hasta malakiyam. It is that amalaka, that fruit is in our hands. So nityoham, niravadyoham, nirakaroham achyuta. I do not have any particular form. We've discussed this at length once when we did this little exercise. Nira akaraha, I am without any form. Whenever you think about yourself, you think about anybody else in the world, or you think about any object in the world, a form comes to your mind. You think about yourself, you will not get a form. You can try this right now. Just close your eyes and think about yourself. You will not get a form. Because you would have seen yourself in the mirror this morning. You would have seen yourself, your photograph. You would have gone to the visa office to give your photograph. The images that you would have seen of yourself are so many that none of it will create an imprint in your head. The form of yourself doesn't appear to you like that. It's not easy for it to appear that way. Because you don't see your whole form ever. Your whole form, maybe when you're going out in the morning, you'll see yourself in the mirror and everything, and that's it. அப்புறம் தலைமுடி எங்க போறது, எது எங்க போறது, nobody knows. Somebody has to come and tell you. My daughter will tell, Appa, always your hair stands up like you had an electric shock. I will not know. Somebody has to come and tell. Even on your own face, you'll have something, somebody, what is this? Somebody has to come and tell. You'll not be able to know. Your own form, it's not easy for you to visualize because you're fundamentally nirakaraha. Nirakaroham. When I close and sit, the mind runs everywhere. But when I want to just be within my Atma Ramo Hamai Vacha, Atma Ramaha, I want to bring that Atmani Ramati, Iti Atma Ramaha, Atmani Ramati, the one who rests in the Atma. Rama means to rest, to be there. So one who rests in the Atma is Atma Rama. Because I just want to be here, you silently sit. No form will appear like that. About yourself, I'm saying. Other forms may come. About yourself, no form. You'll only experience silence. You'll only experience blankness. Nirakaroham evacha. Nirakaroham achyuta. Paramananda rupoham ahamevaham avyayah. I am this Paramananda rupaha. I am re-establishing continuously. I am this Paramananda rupaha. Ananda rupaha. Shuddha Chaitanya Rupoham Atma Ramoham cha Akhandananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyayah. Shuddha Chaitanya Rupa Aham. I am Shuddha, pure Chaitanya consciousness. Rupa Aham. My form is Shuddha, pure. It is of consciousness. Why? We just spoke now. When I close my eyes, I close my ears. There is an exercise called Jyoti Mudra, where you close these which means you pretty much your senses, your mouth you close, your ears you close. Touch, of course, you can't close that way. It's not easy to close. But most of the other sense organs, the jnanendriyas, you close. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears. 4 jnanendriyas you close. What will you experience? I am. That is all you'll experience. நான் இருக்கேன். I am. Not I am this, I am that கூட இல்ல. That I am this becomes an object. You are defining. I am Sudarshan. I am an employee. I am a father. That the part after am is your definition. That is not experienced. You don't experience yourself as a father or an employee. You experience yourself as you. I am. This I am is experienced when all the sense organs come to prapancha upashamam shantam. The prapancha comes, prapancha, the word means the world. The word comes from prapancha, that which is generated of the 5. From the 5, from the Panchamahabhutas, the Pancha Tanmatras, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasagandha, from the 5 Tanmatras, that the world that appears from the Pancha Tanmatras is called Prapancha. And what is the Prapancha for us? Our 5 sense organs. Because it's only through this we receive information about the world, about everything. So the Upashamam, when I close and I bring it to a Shantam, then what do I experience? Shivam Advaitam. Chaitanya Rupoham. I experience Chaitanya Rupa. I experience consciousness. I am. The I amness is experienced when I close all of this. Shuddha Chaitanya Rupoham Atma Ramoham Evacha Atma Rama Atmani Ramate Ramati. One who is established or resting in the self. He is Atma Rama. Atmalinga. Atmalinga is that Rupa of the Atma. The symbol that points to the Atma is Atmalinga. Linga means symbol. Rama means to rest. So, when I am resting in the self and I'm closing all the doors or windows of input, then I'm experiencing myself as Shuddha Chaitanya Atma Rama. I am experiencing myself as the Atma Rama, the one who is established in the Atma as pure and awareness. Awareness irukkulla. There is this I am. The experience of I am is there. You shut off everything, that experience of I am. Akhanda Ananda Rupoham Ahameva Aham Avyayah. Akhanda Ananda Rupoham Ahameva Aham Avyayah. Akhanda Ananda Rupoham. Akhanda Ananda Rupoham. I am Akhanda, and the Ananda is also Akhanda. I am Akhanda, which means I don't have parts. Like I said, when you close your eyes, Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. What remains is Purnam. So, ella shut off panna. What remains? Purnam. I am. Is I am incomplete? Only when you have an object after I am, it becomes incomplete. Because the moment I say I am a father, then oh my child has to do this, oh my child has to do that, oh my this thing has to happen. That has to happen. Oh, this is happening, that is happening. The moment I put the definition after the I am, it becomes incomplete. Because that definition, that object comes with a whole baggage. There's a whole definition that is around it, saying this needs to be there, that needs to be there, only then you're a father. See, this is the world will come and remind you continuously, it will remind you your roles you're playing. Being a husband, you don't even do this. Then we will be reminded, Ayyo, I'm a husband. See, usually in a relationship, you don't think about the relationship. This is also beautiful. Think about it. You have your grandchild. You're so in love. You're doing whatever you want to do. You're spending that time. You're giving that love. You're doing. You don't keep thinking, right? Oh, my grandchild. Oh, my grandchild. Oh, my grandchild. No, that engagement is devoid of definition. The moment you're in love, in transaction, in a beautiful transaction with somebody, beautiful engagement with somebody, the relationship does not come into the forefront saying, oh, because this I have to do this. No, you're doing it out of the joy of love. We were in the yatra, we were there, 18, 17, 18 people, we were there. We didn't think about, oh, this person is that, hence I should behave this. No, you were your own self. Mommy would say, Mama da ennoda kuchi enga ponalum. But Mama would, the kuchi will go away somewhere. After mommy reminds, "Neenga da en kuchi." Oh, then he will, oh, okay, Amma, then he'll come. Mama was asangaha. We need to experience that freedom. Then the world will remind you, oh, listen, you've got to do this. And there's a beauty in that. You acknowledge it and you go with it. You say, oh, yeah. No resistance. So this is important to know that Akhanda Anando Rupoham. I am not these parts. I am. The more I recognize, I create this track in my head continuously. Whether I'm working, very, very seriously working also, if I'm able to take that grace varnam, you need to have that grace to have that reminder also. But if I get that reminder, something I saw, something, if I am able to sit down and just say, I am, I go into that. Now, sometimes abstract thinking is very difficult for many people. Then bring your Krishna, bring your Rama, bring your Ambal, bring your Muruga, whoever it is. Bring that person here and then sit with them, no? Like that. Then you'll feel Akhanda Ananda Rupaha. Akhandananda Rupoham Ahameva Aham Avyayah. I am this indestructible entity. Then sixth one says, Pratyak Chaitanya Rupoham Shantoham Prakritev Parah Shashvatananda Rupoham Ahameva Aham Avyayah. Pratyak Chaitanya Rupoham. I am. So once I recognize this as my Chaitanya, then I say Pratyak Chaitanya Rupaham. All the other Prathak, different bodies that I see, different beings I see, it is the same Chaitanya Rupa. It's maybe difficult to immediately put that into practice, but slowly it will happen. The more I recognize myself as this I am, this presence, move away from the personality to the presence. The more I come into this presence, and when I open my eyes and I'll see the world is not so bad after all. Because everybody is going through their problems. Everybody is similar. Everybody's blood is red color. Everybody's sadness is sadness. Everybody's depression is depression. A compassion will rise. Everybody is going through some problem or the other. So when the compassion rises, you will see, Pratyak Chaitanya Rupa. All of them are the same Chaitanya, which I am, Aham. Pratyak Chaitanya Rupoham, Shantoham Prakritev Paraha. I am that Shanta, I am that Shantihi, which is Prakritehe Paraha. So when we chant that, we should say Prakritev Paraha, because it's Prakritehe Paraha. It is beyond the Prakritihi, beyond the beyond this world that we see of names and forms. Nama Rupa Prakriti. It is Parehe. It is Para. It is beyond. What is beyond? I. Because I can experience that joy. I'm able to touch that I am. I'm able to touch that peace and Shantaha, that Shanti. I'm able to experience that Shantihi. When I close all these Prapancha Upashamam, Shantam. There's a very beautiful line in Mandukya Upanishad. Some of these lines, we should just, little lines, we should memorize them, because it helps us to bring ourselves back to base, as it can be defined. You say back to base. Prapancha upashamam shantam. The shantam, what we experience, shivam, auspiciousness. Kalyana rupatamam. Kalyana rupam. We experience auspiciousness. Shantam Shivam. Shivam is auspiciousness. So, Shantoham Prakritev Paraha, beyond this Prakriti. I am not bound by this. Shashvatananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyayah. Shashvata Ananda Rupoham. Earlier he said Paramananda Rupoham. See, in the fourth he said is Paramananda Rupoham. Fifth he said Khandananda Rupoham. Sixth he is saying Shashvatananda Rupoham. Paramananda Rupoham means I am the supreme bliss. I am this free, asangaha, supreme bliss, joyful. Nothing can disturb my joy, my peace. I have not given the right to anybody to disturb my joy. Let the heavens fall. I will do what is required to be done. I will not get perturbed. I will not get disturbed. My ananda will not break. Paramananda Rupoham. Then Akhandananda Rupoham. Number 5 says Akhandananda Rupoham means this joy is not going to break. It is not parts. It is not based on objects. It is not this joy, that joy because of this, that. No, it is Akhanda, without components, without parts. Then third, he is saying Shashvatananda Rupoham, eternally there. Whether I am feeling sad, that bliss is there in the background. Like Yajnavalkya says in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. I love everybody because I love myself. So this bliss that I'm experiencing, Shashvata Ananda, it is eternally there. Even outwardly, I may be joyful, I may be miserable, I may be suffering, all of that. This Ananda is Shashvata. Because that bliss is there in me, I'm able to experience that as joy on the outside. And that is how, because this I'm experiencing myself, that love within me, I'm able to love other people. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. He says the other way. He says, because I love myself, I love everybody else. I love the world. Shashvatananda rupoham. Ahamevaham avyayah. I am that which cannot be destroyed. Repeatedly he is saying, throw me into fire like Prahlada. Throw me out from a cliff. Drown me. I am indestructible. If we create this track in our head, Swabhava, this track is continuously getting created. then we will see that slowly, that joy that emanates from inside, it will be welling up. In fact, Osho Rajneesh, in one interview, he says, those who are intoxicated in this bliss will always walk a little out of balance because they are intoxicated. நடக்கிறதுலே கொஞ்சம் அப்படி அப்படி லைட்டா such people see a little bit of that balance will go because there is so much joy inside. Sadashiva Brahmendra, Sarvam Brahmamayam Rere, his arms get chopped off. He is joyfully walking. Naked Avadhuta, he is walking into the harem of the Nawab. Women are sitting there. The Nawab's women are sitting there. He's walking joyfully into it like a Shuka Brahma. The Nawab sends soldiers to punish him. And he's walking, they chop off his hand. And they're shocked to see this man is just walking. And then somebody calls and says, oh, your hand is chopped off. Oh, apadiya. Where is this joy coming from? அவளுக்கு என்னமோ மேலேந்து அப்படியே ஏதோ ஒரு beam of light, is it falling in their head? Nothing. We should remember these things. These are people who have lived and walked on this earth. And they are not very different from us. Remember this. If you read the story of Sadashiva Brahmendra, it's not very different that way. Arunagirinatha, not very different. A great Muruga Bhakta. How did he become that? But what was he before that? An utter loafer, womanizer, squanderer, Arunagirinatha. But how did that happen? Creating that track with Sankalpa, with Vairagya, our whole Yatra's theme. We create that track. I make the decision to create that track in my head, in my mind. What? Ahameva aham avyayah. I am this avyayah. I am asangaha. I am indestructible. I am unattached. I am this joy-filled. I am Paramananda Rupoham, Akhandananda Rupoham, Shashwatananda Rupoham. சொல்லிண்டே இருக்கும். Let other people think you are mad. You know that joy is coming from where? So we finished 6 verses, Brahmajnanavali, Mala, beautiful work. Let Bhagavan Adi Shankara's grace and that experience drip into us little by little, drop by drop. Or let it engulf us like a tsunami wave. In either ways. Number patrata is important. How much can you hold? Yeah? So let us become recipient of that. Today is a beautiful day. Skanda Shashti. So let us also pray to Bhagavan Muruga to give us that knowledge. Ichha, Jnana, Kriya. So the representation of Valli, Devasena and Muruga, Ichha, Kriya, Jnana Shakti. All the 3 Shaktis are there. All the 3 Shaktis are there. And the veil that is there, my Guru explains the veil very beautifully. I'll probably send out that if I find that write-up somewhere. He says the veil is essentially your Merudanda, the spine. And as you rise your consciousness through that, the veil is, the face is like the veil, and then the tip of the veil is in the Agnya. So visualize this whole veil as your whole form of Muruga, Muruga's veil. And who's holding this form, this veil? Muruga is holding it. Jnana Shakti. So let that Jnanam appear from within. And what gets fulfilled? Your Ichha and Kriya. Valli Devasena. All of that gets resolved. Ichha Shakti, your desires now become purified. Purified Ichha. You want to do beautiful things. You want to engage in the world in a very beautiful way. Your desires are no longer grounded to just myself, my body, my needs. Your desires are now, and your Kriya also aligns to your Ichha. The actions that you do are a little more for the world that you live in, for the people that you are with. So let that happen. And happy birthday, Amma, today again. Beautiful day.
Thank you
Om.
all the blessings from me to all of you.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Mani.
You.
Thank you. Bye. Beautiful
Om
bangles,
Kaya.
Hemant.
Thank you.
Om Kayena Vacha Manasendrayirva Buddhyatmana va Prakrite Swabhavat Karomi Yatyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaayeti Samarpayami Sadashivayeti Samarpayami Jagadambiketi Samarpayami Sadgurunathayeti Samarpayami Hari Om Tat Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Gurudeva.